Good morning, everyone. It's Cynthia with your daily tarot card of the day. How are you all? Thank you so much for being here. Much appreciated. This week we are using the Goddess Tarot, and I do have information about this deck in the description box below. Whenever you happen to find this video and you're inspired to watch, there's likely a message here for you. These messages are timeless. They are general messages for the collective energy of the day. So take what resonates and leave the rest behind. And of course, tune into your own intuition, your own inner guidance, higher self, spirit guides, so that whatever card comes up, you will perhaps receive your own personal messages and insights relevant specifically to your situation. Oh, cut the cards. Okay. Whoops. The Ace of Swords. That's interesting. I got two different things right away. The first thing that I picked up on is the energy of clarity coming in. Clarity of thought, clarity of communication, clarity of action. Whatever's been swirling. And with that clarity comes some form of empowerment that allows you to move forward or take action deliberately on particular plans or a particular decision or a particular goal that you have in mind. The other energy that I picked up on, it was like I got slammed with two different things right away. And it's very Gemini. They're like two opposing forces. The other one was very much clouded, like stuffy headed or cloudy thinking. Which is funny because then when I said these two different dynamics came to me, the clarity versus the cloudy thinking, and I said that it was almost Gemini, the next thing that actually popped into my head was the Two of Swords, which would follow the Ace of Swords. So whatever decisions, clarity, confidence, that you seem to be in or have been in recently, like there's a certain sense of like empowerment or conviction or assurance, like, yes, I know that this is it, this is the thing. That's, there seems to be something about in putting whatever that decision, inspiration, or idea into action, grounding it into action. Like this sword represents the mental energy, the mind, the ego mind, the element of air. It can also be inspiration and information and communication in that sense. But you have the glyph for Taurus up here, and then you've also got the Egyptian, the Ankh, symbol of life, everlasting life. And I'm feeling like these ideas are having, it's stuck right into the sands, right into the rocks. Like somebody stuck their sword right down. So to me, that signifies like putting an idea into action, or you make a decision and then you take decisive action on whatever that is. Whether that be holding a boundary, or whether that be, making a communication or taking a step forward. I feel like there's, with that these two opposing energies coming through this card, the clarity and then the fogginess, it's almost like there's a difficulty in putting something into action. Like we've roadblocked ourselves in some fashion, or we've received backlash if we've communicated to someone else, this is our idea, this is the step that I'm trying to take, what do you have for me? Or for example, they're also showing me like a child asking for permission for something, and a parent making a decision on that and trying to defend that boundary and receiving some kind of a backlash from it. So that presents a disconnect between the idea, the inspiration, the decision, the communication, versus it actually being grounded, applied, put into play. So it feels like there's a stumbling block here, so it comes on this Ace of Swords to Two of Swords. The whole energy is present, and yet it feels like there's a blockage or backlash or contention of some kind. And yet Spirit's saying that there's still clarity present. So why is that, Spirit? Cut through the mental, emotional, trying to figure it out thing. Like trying to cut through the hang-ups. So where our limiting beliefs or our false definitions or our emotional reactions might drag us into foggy thinking, we kind of need to cut those off. That doesn't mean that we have to go cold, aloof, somehow be forceful or undiplomatic in any way. It means that we need to stay standing on the side of our clarity and be clear. Even if we're going to make an adjustment or a compromise or have a discussion, we have to stay clear-minded without emotional stuff calling the shots, or doubts or fears or worries or anxieties and that kind of a thing. So they're saying that there's actually clarity in the situation. This is an opportunity to they keep showing me like a sword cutting through like a spider web or threads or cords or something. So, work on clearing the energy. Work on clearing your energy. Okay, now they're bringing up like the cords that we connect between people. So if we're in a situation and we make a decision, or, we want to take an action or whatever, and we make a presentation to somebody else, or somebody's asking for our input and we give it, and then there's backlash. What is that? We're creating emotional cords. So it's like in the moment, or taking some time, okay, well, I'll think about it, or okay, that seems blocked, so now I have to retreat and sort of reconsider what this step is or where my resources might be. It's like stepping back into the clarity, cutting the emotional cords, um, cutting the idea of what's right and what's wrong, and sitting back in that clarity and in the decision or the action that you want to take, or this, that, the other thing. So they're talking really about clearing your energy even when you go to think of or reconsider whatever this is. So the clarity definitely seems to be here. So today definitely seems to be a day of clear communication, diplomacy, recognizing those moments when your emotions might be trying to usurp your clarity in terms of decision making or communication or anything like that. So while there could be some challenges, like if the fog rolls in, recognize that it's temporary and you can always step back out into a clear space, especially if you clear your own energy field and your own mind, and sort of even from your heart, from a very spiritual, compassionate type of a basis. That's where we find cooperation. That's where we find compromise. That's where we find balance and harmony and diplomacy. So it's not that you have to so much give up what you want, or that you don't have to defend a certain boundary if you've made a decision or something like that, but you'll be able to find your flexibility or make adjustments or find those solutions to whatever challenges might come up by re-entering a clearer space that's not being tied down by emotions, definitions. Like, let the emotions come and pass, because that's going to clear out whatever this blockage from having an idea and trying to put something into action or something to apply. So yeah, that's in there too. Is that if you feel like you've run into a roadblock, it doesn't mean that it's not meant for you, or that it's not meant for the direction that you've chosen. It's not meant to block you. It's meant to help you recenter yourself in clarity so that you can think outside the box, find different solutions, allow different resources to come to you, or open up conversations with others in a different way, in order to be able to move forward. So nothing in terms of this, can I ground this idea into action, or I ran into a roadblock, or anything like that necessarily. Foggy thinking, foggy headedness, whatever, none of that necessarily has to stop you, but it's giving you an opportunity to find clarity. So on the one hand, these two energies coming in, it seems that today holds a lot for clarity. On the other hand, it also seems to hold opportunities for you to recognize the difference very palpably, very readily, between that foggy headedness and clarity, like real time kind of fashion, if that makes any sense. I don't know, but And I just heard the phrase, the strength and courage to take a breather. So there could be one moment, there could be several moments today that might give you that opportunity to be like, wait a minute, this is getting more intense than it needs to be. I'm going to take a break for 20 minutes. I'll meet you all back here. Like, that kind of situation where you allow yourself that breather. So with that, I wish you a lot of peace and blessings. I certainly hope that you have a wonderful day, and I certainly hope that your experiments with clarity and cloudiness open the opportunity for you to find innovative solutions. Thank you so much for being here. Much love to all of you. Peace and blessings, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.